Happy Tuesday, everyone. Well, it's fairly active out there right now, mainly to the north of us, and interestingly enough, a little bit further to the south of us. We got a lot of warmer air out there, not quite warm, but definitely warmer than what we saw over the weekend. So our best chance of precipitation probably coming down as rain over the next 24 hours. Then we cool down a bit as we head into the weekend. But today is Tuesday, and as you can see, most of the rain out on the coast and further to the south. That'll continue throughout the day today, really picking up for southern Oregon and northern California after a mostly dry day yesterday. We saw plenty of rain out near North Bend, though, and mainly off to the north of us. You can see this low pressure system is really dug in right about here, just off of the coast. That's going to continue to dig in as we go over the next 24 hours or so, finally starting to move in over land. As that happens, especially later today into tomorrow, we've got a decent chance of a lot of rain. You can see a lot of moisture out here when you see the cloud cover like this, especially coming in from the south. That's tapping into some tropical moisture. Now, it is February, so it's still cold air, but it's warmer than what we saw over the weekend. That means those snow levels, they'll start to rise to around mountain pass areas. That means areas like the Siskiyou Summit, where we're right around that line between the snow and the rain. Could see a lot of snow out there because it's a lot of precipitation overall that we're seeing, a lot of moisture trapped up in the air. That moisture makes it to the ground, and if it melts, it comes down as rain. If it doesn't, it comes down as a lot of snow over the mountains. That is one particular thing that we're watching over the next couple days. Not exactly the greatest setup for travel conditions as we go into about Wednesday and Thursday. Thursday, we start to clear out. So just looking at the upper air levels and what this brings us over the next couple of days, look at this pattern right here. You can follow the jet stream up and around with stormy conditions further off to the east and over the coast. Seattle especially seeing a lot of snow over the last few days, but you have more colder air up there. Let's continue. You can see this starts to move in just a bit. There's a cutoff low there, still bringing us potential for rain as we go into Wednesday morning. A little bit of a break later in the day Wednesday, and then another system starts to move in, but we do get a break right about here, Thursday. See how high pressure builds in? Yeah, that'll bring us some drier conditions for a part of Thursday. I'll say a chance of some showers out there. Then head into Friday, Saturday, look where the air is coming from. That's colder air. That brings us another chance of showers for some areas, coming down as snow, even for some valley locations, probably higher up in the mountains, mainly though, still a few days out. We'll see how cold it gets. And as you saw there on the radar, most of the showers staying to the north, at least to start the day. It'll move south as we go through the day, especially into Wednesday morning. That's prompting winter storm warnings. This is mainly over the higher elevations of the Siskiyous, the Cascades, also some fairly high winds. So heavy snow, that'll mainly be above about 2,500 feet. That includes areas like the Siskiyou Summit, around 4,000 feet there. That means heavy snow, several inches to a foot or more possible in the usual areas where we see snow this time of year. Now below that, in parts of the valleys, Curry, Josephine, Jackson County, probably more towards rain. You're going to see plenty of that out on the coast as well. And this is what it could look like. Now these snow levels are an estimation. They vary from place to place, but it gives you an idea where the snow is. So starting out a little bit cooler today, and then we warm up through the day. So those numbers will start to rise as we go through the day. And that chance of showers mainly off to the north, but it picks up as we get into the afternoon. Snow levels rise, mostly snow over the mountains, mostly rain over the lower elevations, mostly dry for Medford though. We also have some high winds that tends to dry things out. It doesn't last too long though. As you can see in the valleys, the snow levels stay in the 3,000 to 3,500 range, mostly going to be rain for the Rogue Valley. Plenty of rain out on the coast near Crescent City and in northern California, but other areas like Mount Shasta are probably more towards snow. This will continue as we go later in the day and then into Wednesday afternoon, start to dry things out just a bit, and then later in the day, Thursday, another potential for some showers. So as we look over the next 48 hours into Thursday morning, you see where most of the rain, most of the snow is concentrated. In terms of rain, or at least precipitable water, how much rain is in that snow, you can see that's a lot, and that means a lot of snow possible for areas like Mount Shasta. A little less as you look east of the Cascades, maybe just some trace amounts of rainfall out there over the next 48 hours. Fair amount possible for areas like the Rogue Valley, but it'll take a little while to get here, later tonight into tomorrow. And then out on the coast, as you can see, that's where most of the rain is going to be concentrated, and it comes down just as rain. Checking out the coast, that could be rain, and that could be heavy at times. That'll continue with some higher winds, fairly gusty for areas like Brookings especially. In the West Valley's temperatures mainly in the 30s and 40s today, with 48 for Medford. Siskiyou County, a high wind warning, those gusts getting up to around 55 miles per hour. And east of the Cascades, you do warm up slightly slightly during the course of the day, but it's mainly snow today. And that snow could be heavy at times with blowing snow possible and those higher winds, especially in Lake County. Your 7-day forecast, rain continues into Wednesday, then a bit of a break later Wednesday into Thursday. Showers return Friday, possibly turning into snow at times as we go into Saturday and Sunday morning. Klamath Basin, it's mainly snow, but even starting to warm up enough on Wednesday and Thursday that you have a chance of rain mixing in there at times. That could lead to some freezing temperatures and ice on the roadways. Northern California, snow could be heavy at times over those higher elevations. That'll continue with a chance of rain mixing in from time to time Thursday and Friday. And for the coast, it's mainly rain and plenty of it today, tomorrow, into the weekend.